Good morning, boys and girls. It's Miss Del Plato here for Large Group. Happy Thursday. All right, so let's look up here and look at our calendar. Let's see what month we're in. Who can tell me what month are we in? Yes, January, right? We are in the month of January. All right, let's start off with our Days of the Week song. There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Wednesday and there's Thursday. Thursday. Today is Thursday. So now we need to count to see what is today's date. Let's go ahead and count with Mrs. D. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Today is Thursday, January 6th. All right. So now let's look over here and see what's the weather? What's the weather like today? Like today. Is it sunny? Is it cloudy? Is it snowing or is it raining? Mrs. D is going to look out her window and it looks like it is cloudy. Right now it is cloudy. We'll see what the day brings, right? If the weather changes at all throughout the day. We never know, right? All right. The season is, who can tell me? Yes, it is winter, right? The season that we are in is winter. And the weather is sunny and cold outside today. All right, let's look up here at my board. It says the question of the day. Did mommy ever sew a button on your shirt? So even if you don't know, maybe ask mom, dad, someone that lives in the house. Has your button ever fell off your school shirt or ever maybe fell off a sweater and mommy had to sew it back on? All right, so you're going to go ahead. You're going to talk about it at home and then you're going to let Mrs. D know when we meet live in a little bit. All right, let's review our schedule of the day. All right, so today is Thursday. Let's see what's going on today. So group time, right? You're going to see group time online. Then we're going to meet for our small groups. Then you're going to go to centers. You're going to play, answer the question of the day if you did not do so. Then you're going to do gross motor activities that I posted online. Then you're going to have some lunch. You're going to have some rest time. You're going to listen to Mrs. D's story time. We're going to meet in the afternoon for small group. You're going to have music with Mr. New Rock today. And then it is the end of the day. Alrighty, friends. So now, remember, always remember to make green choices. All right, so I'm going to pick 3 green choices for you guys to focus on. Always remember to have listening ears, right? Always remember to help others. And remember to clean up your toys today, okay? All right, so now we're going to move on to our message of the day. So here Mrs. D has her whiteboard, right? So up here I have my whiteboard, right? Who can tell me, what does Miss D do on this whiteboard? Yes, I write, right? We always write on our whiteboard. And when I begin writing, we always begin writing on the left and we swoop to the right. So remember, before I start writing, I always want to remember my sentences always start with a capital letter. My sentences always end with a punctuation, right? If it's a period, if it's a question mark, if it's an exclamation point, I use my finger spaces. So as Ms. D writes today, I'm going to show you how I use my little finger to make sure I have spaces. And we're going to begin our message. Alrighty, so here is my writing board. Let's review our sight word. Did. Let's spell it. D-I-D. Did. Let's do it again. Everybody say the word did. Let's spell it. D-I-D. And what letter does did begin with that we were learning yesterday? Yes, the letter D. All right, let's look up here at the word, our vocabulary word. The word of the week is button, right? Just like in the story Corduroy, a pocket for corduroy. Corduroy lost his button. Now I want you to refer to the question of the day and see, has mommy ever sewed the button, right? This is what a button looks like. All right, so I'm going to begin writing. Before I begin writing, I'm going to think about what am I going to write about today, right? What am I going to write about today? So on Tuesday, right, in the read aloud, A Pocket for Corduroy, we read that the little girl in the story sewed a pocket on Corduroy's overalls. That made Corduroy feel very happy. Maybe someday when you come older, you can learn how to sew also, right? So if mommy sewed on the button on your shirt, maybe one day she'll be able to help you. So let's look up here. I'm going to think about what are we going to write about today, right? I'm going to brainstorm. So I'm going to remember, I'm going to start on the left and I'm going to begin with a capital letter. I'm going to begin. Id, did, right? There's that word did. Did mommy ever fix, right? So now I'm gonna, I came all the way to the right. I'm gonna swoop to the left. Did mommy ever fix any? So now I have to make sure I have a finger space, right? Here's my finger. Any pockets So did mommy ever fix any pockets? And I'm going to stop and I'm going to put a question mark because I am asking you a question. So here you see between my words, I have finger spaces to make sure there's enough room when I'm writing. So let's read it together. There's that word did mommy ever fix any pockets, right? So has mommy fixed any of your pockets? All right. So now we're going to look up at my message and we're going to see if we can identify any familiar letters that we might have been learning about this week. So I'm going to skim through and see. I know this letter. This is the letter O. What letter is this, friends? O for. So now, what begins with the letter O that we learned this week? Let's refer to our word wall. Yes, octopus begins with the letter O. So Mrs. D is going to go write an O for octopus. All right, nice job. Let's continue looking. Oh, I know this letter. This is an E. Now my question for you, is that a lowercase e or a capital E? That is a lowercase e, right? So we have an uppercase E and we have a lowercase e. Whose name begins with the letter E? Yes, Elude. Edward. And Emmanuel. Now we're going to scroll through the message to see, are there any more E's in my message? Yes, I see the letter E in the word pocket. All right, so now, does anyone see anything else that they can identify in the message? I see our special sight word, the word did. Let's see if we can look. Let's reread the message and see if we can identify. Where is the word did? Did mommy ever fix any pockets? There's that word did. Id. So I'm going to go ahead and place a box around our sight word did. D-I-D, right? There is the word did. Alrighty, so that concludes our message for today. So look over the message, see if you can identify and find any other letters. You might be able to identify other letters in the message. So you friends, read over it and you let me know if you find something else special that you know. I would love for you to share with me during small group. Alrighty friends, happy Thursday. Have a great day learning. I'll see you soon.